to Praveen Prabhu and Somati for getting the picture of Maharaj in such a short notice. O He Vaishnava Thakur Doya Ekase Karuna O He Krishna Goswami Maharaj Sagar Ekase Karuna Kori O He Krishna Diya Bhata Chaya Sogahe Amaya Diya Bhata Chaya Sogahe Amaya Tumhara Charan Tumhara Charan Ode Vaishnava Thakur Doya Sagar Ekase Karuna Kori Ode Jaya Veda Gopal Jaya Goswami Jaya Veda Gopal Jaya Goswami Jaya Guna Devo Bhakti Jaya Guna Devo Bhakti Jaya Dattanga Devo Hai Amare Jaya Dattanga Devo Hai Amare Bhakti Sangena Ate Bhakti Sangena Ate O He Vaishnava Thakur Doya Sagar Ekase Karuna Kori O He Ekasi Amara Nahi Paya Bala Ekasi Amara Nahi Paya Bala Hari Nama Sankirtane Hari Nama Sankirtane Tumi Kripa Kori Krishna Goswami Tumi Kripa Kori Krishna Goswami Devo Krishna Nama Hare Devo Krishna Nama Hare Hare Krishna Thakur Doya Sagar Edate Koruna Kori Hare Krishna se tomara Krishna se ke payo Krishna se tomara Krishna se ke payo तुम्हारा शक्ति तुम्हारा शक्ति अमित कंगाला कृष्ण कृष्ण बोली अमित कंगाला कृष्ण कृष्ण बोली जय सब पासे जय सब पासे ओहे वैष्णव ठाकुर दोया सागर एदाते करुणा कोरी ओहे वैष्णव ठाकुर दोया सागर एदाते करुणा कोरी ओहे वैष्णव ठाकुर दोया सागर एदाते करुणा दिया पद छाया सोधा है आमाया दिया पद छाया सोधा है आमाया तुमर शरण गोरी तुम्हार चरण जोरी
Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanand. Om Jnana-Timirandasya Jnananjana-Shalakaya Chakshuromilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhisham Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Ramayyam Dadadi Swapadankitam Vandeham Shri Guru Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajata Sagana Raghunathamidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padhan Sagana He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jayatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyeva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Let's together chant. Narayana Namaskritya Nara Chaiva Narottamam Derim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhiraye Nashtaprayeshu Agreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishviki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Namah Pankajanabhaya Namah Pankajamaliye Namah Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajanaye. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratishe Namaha. Namo Brahmanyaya Devaya Gauramayanaya cha Jagatidaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Namah Om Vishnudaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Gopal Krishna Goswami Niti Namine. Namah Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyatya Veshakarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं श्रीपरमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। ओम पवित्रो पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थं गतोऽपि वा यत् स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्ष साभ्याभ्यान्तरं सुचिर। श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु। Hare Krishna. Actually, it's been a long time since even we met. There was a big gap that I was not there, and then last week also Brother Krishna Prabhu came. So actually, I was thinking, what should I address after a long gap, and what can be a better subject to talk about than to glorify a Vaishnava, right? A Vaishnava Thakur. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Prabhuji and Mataji's, in spiritual life, our connection is Guru. More than we understand, or if we can understand Krishna, we try to understand our Guru. And the little we understand Guru, we get attracted to that Guru, and to the similar extent we also get attracted to Krishna. Because Krishna shows his qualities through his pure devotees. Today is a dark night, rather entire dark day, for thousands of disciples of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. And this day, any disciple would not want to see. It is better to die than to see a day when your Guru has left this world. It can only be understood by someone who has gone through it, or who has seen people going through it. And I can't imagine how today night will be, and how tomorrow morning will be, and how many mornings will be for all those wonderful devotees whom Maharaj has cultivated. They are going to live in this vacuum forever. No matter who comes and says, we are all there. But the position that Gopal Krishna Maharaj keeps with his disciples, especially Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, who is known for his devotee care, this is a very difficult day. So my humble request to every one of us here is, the least we can do is pray for all the disciples of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, that they all increase their faith and continue to serve in the glorious way they have been serving this movement. And they give all of us an opportunity to serve them in whatever little capacity we can. If not filling the gap, but at least showing that we are there for them. It's a very difficult time, Prabhus. Cannot be imitated or explained, actually. I wrote to His Grace Radhesham Prabhu as soon as I got this news. Because Radhesham Prabhu is a very, very staunch follower of his Dinesh Prabhu, of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj. Very, very staunch follower. And for a reason that you can see all the qualities, or many qualities of Gopal Krishna Maharaj in Radhesham Prabhu. The way he conducts himself, the way he conducts his day. So as soon as I wrote to him, Prabhuji immediately reacted back saying, do a nice program in glorification of Gopal Krishna Maharaj. And immediately sent his offering on this day for Gopal Krishna Maharaj, and he wanted me to read to all of you. His personal offering he sent. That is how much he loves Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. I don't know much about Maharaj, and I don't think you can ever know. Because how much can you know about a Vaishnava? The least you know, if you think you know, we don't know. Right? But today, I'll try to repeat some some things that I've heard from his disciples and some devotees who have spoken about him. And by Lord Krishna's grace, Hyderabad in the recent times, at least 5 years ago, if I am right, got the darshan of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. Actually, this part of the country has not seen many great souls after Prabhupada left, for a number of reasons. We don't have to get into details. Why, who, why not? But there are temples that Gopal Krishna Maharaj has developed, starting from Delhi all the way to Pune. Many temples. He is known for developing big congregations and establishing big temples, big, massive temples, because he was following the instruction of Srila Prabhupada very seriously. So many in Hyderabad actually don't know about Gopal Krishna Maharaj, but there are few disciples of Maharaj here. Sorry to use the word few because I don't know many. Maybe there are many. So I wrote to His Grace Sitaram Prabhu and Radhesham Prabhu that we are doing this program. If you want to inform their disciples, if they want to come here and share about Maharaj in this most darkest hour, we are here to be with them. So I think Prabhuji has sent the invite. Maybe we can see some disciples coming here, or maybe not. And if you're already here, please present yourself. We want to hear from you, and we are here to serve you. So Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, born in 1944, practically 90 years old, close to 90 years old, 89. Huh? 80 years old. You turn 80 now. Sorry, I think it's 90. My bad. So the name of Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj was actually Gopal Krishna from his childhood. His parents named him as Gopal Krishna. When he got initiated, Prabhupada didn't change his name. He became Gopal Krishna Dasa, then Gopal Krishna Goswami. So, and he was brought up in a very opulent family, a very scholarly family actually, and very well off. Not only financially, but even in terms of lifestyle. His parents were, his father was in Air Force, if I'm right. Navy or something to do with Army. I've not read his total biography, but at least that I know that he was sent for education to France to study. He studied in Paris, then he did his master's in Montreal, Canada. And like Maharaj was saying in the Memories of Prabhupada, that he was in Montreal, he was looking for a temple. He wanted to know if there is an Indian community. And they got to know, yeah, Americans have opened a temple here. And Maharaj said, okay, still it has the word temple, let me go and see. And he started going there. He was amazed to see the devotees. The connection was established. And after some time, there was an announcement that His Divine Grace is going to visit. Srila Prabhupada is going to visit. And immediate thing, look at this spirit of a great Vaishnava. What would anybody do when you hear a great guest is coming? Like, when is he coming? How can I talk to him? What is he going to speak? But the only thing Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj asked, how can I serve him? That was the question. How can I serve him? And the immediate answer from the temple president was, clean his room. So Prabhupada's room was there in Montreal, and Maharaj was given the service to clean the room. Now he took the service so much to his heart, even without meeting Prabhupada, not even meeting Prabhupada. So he took the cleaning equipment, the brush, the cloth, and then went into the room and he started cleaning it speck and speck and speck. Prabhupada used to visit Montreal. Montreal is not a place that Prabhupada not went many, many times. Actually, after US, he went to Montreal, and from there he came to India. So Montreal is one of the prominent places where Prabhupada used to go, and that room was very famous. And Maharaj was cleaning that room. At that time, it was Gopal Krishna, right? So it's explained that he cleaned it to such a level where he took the brush and the most finer equipment and he went into the net of the mosquito net also. Or rather anything precise. And he actually was going and removing the dust in between the little holes in a net. At that level he was cleaning. And maybe people were amazed. Just imagine if somebody says clean this hall and one person is just standing in the window with a needle into the net for the whole day. What would you call it? Crazy, right? I mean, but he felt that is the service that he wanted to do. And that's the only service he got. And he did it to such a precision that when Prabhupada came into that room, a pure devotee can recognize a pure devotee. Immediately he recognized. And Prabhupada asked, who cleaned this room? Even without somebody telling that it was cleaned, or every time Prabhupada came, it was clean. But this time something was different. Prabhupada was feeling everything unbelievably clean. And cleanliness is godliness. Prabhupada says in his quote. And immediately he asked the temple president, who cleaned this room? And they said, that this boy, the new boy who's coming, has cleaned this room. And Prabhupada immediately, told, thank you. This is a great service whoever has done. And I want to meet that boy. See, that's how the service attracts the Guru to meet his disciple. And Gopal Krishna Maharaj was, he met Prabhupada and then Prabhupada could see his potential right in the first beginning itself. And while Prabhupada was there on this planet, he made Maharaj the GBC of India. And it's not India that we know now. At that time, ISKCON was not established much in India. There are two instructions that Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj gave to Srila Prabhupada. Print books and preach in English. Both these were great, important instructions. Print books and preach in English. So Prabhupada felt that he has to give the responsibility for these instructions. Maybe he was searching for the right person to come his way. Or he was waiting for Krishna to send that person to come his way. And the person appeared. Immediately Prabhupada made Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj the chairman of BBT. Why would anybody do that? How would anybody do that? And by the way, he was the first Indian disciple of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada initiated in Canada. Right? If I'm right, it was in Canada he got initiated. Because that's where the service started. And he was such a, he took everything, whatever Prabhupada told to his heart and he literally lived on it. It was not like, some person comes and he starts getting faith in Krishna and then goes forward. Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj literally took the bhakti seed, the bhakti beej from Srila Prabhupada and just ran with it. There was no looking back. And the same mode of his guru he adopted. Same mode in every little aspect. Sometimes you say, right, the disciple knows the heart of the guru and he knew what exactly has to be done. And at that time he was a grahastha, Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. And he was earning money also. And just imagine, Maharaj used to take his salary, his entire salary, not like part of it. completely in cash. In those days, there was no credit debit cards, I know this. Whatever you earn, you get it in cash. He would take the entire money and give it to Prabhupada. And Prabhupada would take that money and call Maharaj's wife and give that some money to her, saying, "You have to run the house also. Your husband is, I don't know." Did he give you any money or did he give her? Maharaj used to give everything to Guru. Mind, body and soul. Right? He used to give everything. And Prabhupada out of his mercy, because Prabhupada also was a Grihastha. He knows Grihastha needs money to run his house. And this person seems to be like completely transcendental to his needs. And his wife is also so cooperative that she never had a complaint. And just imagine, the salary goes to the Guru and Guru is giving it back, saying, "You at least keep this to run your family." And they never, and it was sufficient. And they lived like that. Once Prabhupada was giving a class in the temple, Bhagavatam class, and he had many sannyasis sitting in front of him, with dandas and all that. And at that time, Gopal Krishna Maharaj was still working. So he was going in a suit and tie and boots and properly dressed. He had to go to the office after the class. So he comes to the class. Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj comes in suit and tie to the class. And Prabhupada stops the class and looks at all the sannyasis, saying, "He is a real sannyasi." that was the amount of clarity that Prabhupada had in Gopal Krishna Maharaj. That he is not, he is an extraordinary person. He is an extraordinary person. Many things that you can hear about Gopal Krishna Maharaj's dealings with Prabhupada, in YouTube. You can say Gopal Krishna Maharaj, space Prabhupada, memories of Prabhupada. There are many memories of Prabhupada. Right? I would want you to hear from Maharaj, Vani itself directly. That's more better. I can't repeat the same mood. But there are a lot of pastimes. Gopal Krishna Maharaj spent a lot of time with Prabhupada. And he served Prabhupada also like that. He was not only the GBC of India, but he was the GBC of Canada. Then Prabhupada made him the GBC of Russia. And then he was made the GBC of South America. Then he was South Africa. And in no time, he was the GBC, part of the GBC body of 40 countries. 40 countries. Can you imagine? Being GBC of one center, temple, brings so many challenges, so many things to deal with. And here is this personality that, he would just take responsibility. Unhesitantly take. And he was still a Grihastha. He was a Grihastha. He took sannyas in 1980, after Prabhupada left. But he was a Grihastha, taking all the responsibilities. So many things. So many things, right? So, Srila Prabhupada always remembered his Guru and never felt the separation. And so did even Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. He never felt the separation from Srila Prabhupada because he exactly knew what his Guru is expecting. Right? What does his Guru want? I would want to do it one step ahead. Right? That was the consciousness of Gopal Krishna Maharaj. Once, one of his disciple explains that, Gopal Krishna Maharaj was once going from Vrindavan to Delhi. And he was in a car. And this is a lot after Prabhupada left, when he started the Delhi temples and everything. So he was going in this car, and Maharaj was chanting, and he told suddenly that I do Gayatri. Right? So generally when you do Gayatri, you don't stop in between. Actually, you're not supposed to stop when you chant also. Even Hare Krishna mantra, should not stop. You should just finish your round. Unless it's like that. But Gayatri, there are rules. The direction you sit, the way you chant, second initiated devotees, you do Gayatri. So he's doing the Gayatri, and while they were going in the car, suddenly this crow came and hit the car. Hit the car. And Maharaj didn't stop, because he's doing Gayatri. He felt something has hit, right? And the car was going. Maharaj, as soon as he finished his Gayatri, he said, stop, go back. And Maharaj, they said, Maharaj, maybe some bird, we don't know, something hit, maybe it's, no, just go back. Just go back. And they reversed the car, searching the bird, which it is hit and it might have flown away, it would have fallen away, nobody knows where it is. And they have come a long distance because it was still doing the Gayatri. And they went back and then they find this crow just about to die because it directly hit the front, the shield of the car. And Maharaj immediately gets down, looks at the crow, and he tells all his disciples, and there were many cars, one by one, they were going, chant for him. On the road, Maharaj was chanting for the crow until it left its body. I mean, the compassion, you can't enact it, that is Maharaj. You can't fake it. Either you have it or you don't. Right? And I like to take a little bit of time trying to explain our nature, right? The nature that we all carry. Everybody is born with some nature. Krishna also explains you're born with a nature. And when you come to Bhakti, you want to change that nature. We all want to change that nature. Right? And when we read Bhagavatam, we understand that Bhagavatam is Paramahamsa Samhita, meant to be read by Paramahamsas. And how do you define Paramahamsas? Paramahamsas are the great personalities who can find the essence in everything. They can find the exact essence of what needs to be known. And they are having those qualities of God, godly qualities, right? To almost an absolute level. Of course, the absolute is Krishna, but the Paramahamsas are having those qualities. Now, Prabhuji and Mataji, when we read Bhagavatam, we talk about these great devotees, Prahlad, Dhruva Maharaj, Bali Maharaj, Amrish Maharaj, Kardam Muni, so many, Maitreya Muni, and so many other, Rantidev, so many, we keep reading about them and we hear those qualities that they have, the faith that they have, right? And to some extent, after spending few years in devotion, we also feel that maybe I also am getting those qualities, right? But the difference is, the change in our nature is very temporary. We think we have changed, but we have not changed. We really think sometimes, I think I've become very humble now. Or I think I'm not getting so much angry now. And we think as if we have done a favor on the world by becoming that. Like sometimes, oh, I'm not angry now. Because if someone makes you angry, you become angry that he's making you angry. As if you are not angry. But actually you are still angry. But you start blaming because, devotees when they go to their homes, because your mother spoke like that, I had to react like this. But otherwise I am a Vaishnavi. Because your father spoke like this, I had to poke like this. But otherwise I am a Vaishnava. And we start justifying that. The biggest problem is we don't accept what we are. How many of you here, and with sincerity, will leave me and go in this life? Lift your hand. You all will. You left Krishna. मैं किसका मूल इधर का मूली हूँ मैं. You left Krishna, रे बाबा. What is anybody here? Huh? You don't know your capacity. Your false ego is so glorious that one day you'll also leave your group. You'll stick on his face and go. and spit on his face and go. That is a capacity that we all have. That is the reason we are in the material world. Don't think anyone is innocent here. But there is a difference between pure devotees and us. The pure devotees come on this planet and they have those qualities in abundance. So when we hear about these pastimes of pure devotees, and we don't use the word pure devotees to anyone and everyone, but these, including His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, is a pure devotee. A Paramahamsa who walked on this planet, serving his Guru, without any exaggeration. Right? And the people who have been close to them have seen the very qualities of these great souls, their nature that has not changed in any circumstance. In any circumstance, their nature has not changed. That is the glory of them. Even when it is provoking, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati says, the character of a person, the tolerance of a person can be known when he is provoked in intolerable situations. Then you will know his character. Normally, normal situation, everybody is like, I am the best, I'm okay, I'm this, I'm that. But just think about it. How are we dealing with people outside? After being in Krishna consciousness for 15 years, 10 years, 20 years, have I even developed one quality that I can guarantee and say that my nature is not going to change? Right? So when we are reading about Bhagavatam, we are talking about people, about these great Paramahamsas who have that quality in full, or near to godly quality they have. And these great Vaishnavas who are still on this planet, Prabhus, His Holiness Gopal Swami Maharaj is still on the planet. And these Vaishnavas are not ordinary. Right? His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj is on the planet. How much are we taking their association seriously? His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj is on the planet. How much are we taking their association that seriously? Right? And how much are we actually watching their qualities with the understanding that they are actually godly? They have some qualities in abundance. Problem with our consciousness, many of us, including me, if some of you are not, I don't know, that we are ready to find faults in them also. Right? For so much serving God and who have dedicated their lives for God, His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj, Bhakti Raghav Swami Maharaj, Indradunya Swami Maharaj, they all are appearing in front of us, they're coming and going now, this familiarity also. मालूम है साहब मैं देखा महाराज को बहुत बार, I know him also, but how much do we actually know them? Right? Once there was this instance where there was a mentally kind of challenged person or mentally disturbed person who was there in the airport. And when Gopal Krishna Maharaj went to board the flight, that mentally challenged person, he was not mentally handicapped. It decreased the sound, or decreased the echo. Yeah. So he came and it seems he pushed Maharaj. Just a crazy person. Maharaj is there and he just comes to Maharaj and directly pushes him. And Maharaj almost fell on the floor. And all his disciples were like, how dare you do that? Like, obviously, your Guru is pushed, so they got very angry. And they just, went around him and they're going to give him a peace of mind. And immediately Maharaj gets up from there in that situation. And it's not an ordinary situation, right? I mean, he is physically pushed and he almost fell and he must have got injured also, I don't know. He goes and stops everybody saying, no, don't do that. And in spite of Maharaj was saying that, the reaction of his disciples was so strong that the police came and arrested him. And Maharaj was going to Russia in the flight. right? See this connection that pure devotee sees in every single living entity. After reaching Russia, he calls back his disciples and tells that please arrange for the bail of this person. If he is arrested, please make sure that he is left on bail. And his disciples say, Maharaj, that's okay. No, it's not okay. I want to know whether you are taking the effort to take him out on bail. And now see furthermore how it goes. Now Maharaj calls after a few more days and asks, did he get the bail? And the disciple says, yes, Maharaj, we went and spoke. We told we don't have a problem. So he got the bail. And then Maharaj ask him to be sent to a certain place that nobody else knows. Why? Because there are many followers of mine. He is in a way safe inside the jail, but after outside, outside is more unsafe. Somebody might get more vibe that he pushed my guru or he might treat him. So Maharaj is even thinking at that level. Where he's thinking about this simple person whom Maharaj doesn't even know, and he's saying, make sure that he's sent to a place that nobody knows. And the disciples say, okay, Maharaj, we'll take care of that. And then after some time, Maharaj inquires, everything fine with him? Is he okay? Right? So the person who has pushed you for no reason, and you are not only making sure he is not punished for anything he has done, you are also making sure he is safe. How much merciful can a person be? I mean, you can't fake it. Try it. If someone pushes you in an airport or a bus stand, what will happen next? Right? You can't imagine. You can't, as I said, acts and activities of a pure devotee can't be understood because they are at a different level of consciousness. They are a different level of consciousness. So, many a times, Maharaj's reaction, because he's explained, this I heard personally from a disciple of Maharaj, that once they were traveling in a car and the brahmacharis were in the car and the drive was going further and further, and it was Ekadashi. And they didn't expect that the drive will be so long. And Maharaj himself would be hungry. And disciples are thinking that Maharaj is hungry. And they don't know what to do because they don't have anything to eat. And the destination is pretty far away. And it's Ekadashi. You have to be very choosy about what you can buy. And then Maharaj looks at the disciples and asks, you all must be hungry, right? And the disciples are like, what should they tell? So it's the same feeling, of how Krishna told the boys in Vrindavan when he was playing, you all must be hungry, right? And all those boys, they told, yes, we are hungry, because they wanted Krishna to eat. They are more hungry when Krishna is hungry. Right? So they said, yes, we are hungry. So Krishna says, okay, so why don't you go and get the food? I heard that there's a big yajna going on, why don't you go and get it? Similarly, the brahmacharis in the car say, yes, Maharaj, we are hungry. We are hungry. So the car will stop now and they'll get something from Maharaj. And Maharaj gets down from the car. And there was this person who was selling the water fruit. What do you call it? On Ekadashi you have it. Huh? Singada. Singada. What do you say in the English? Water? Chestnut. Water chestnut. Singada is better. so Maharaj gets down from this car and he goes to this bandiwala which has all the singadas, big pile of singadas. And just imagine, the disciple is told that Maharaj didn't have money. Sannyasi doesn't carry money. And most of the brahmacharis inside don't have any money on them, They have something. Because they're supposed to go to a destination. From there, everybody will take care. So Maharaj removes he just pulls out his sannyas robe and goes in front of that person. He says, मुझे भिक्षा चाहिए. अंदर साधु बैठे हैं उनके लिए. And that person Just by, I mean, if anybody else would do that, if I do that, they look at me, both Maharaj. I was looking at, Maharaj, he immediately reacted, it seems. The disciples, they were amazed that he said, he was like, सन्यासी जी आप क्या बोल रहे हैं? ये पूरा ले लीजिए, ये आप ही के लिए पूरा ले लीजिए, नहीं चाहिए मुझे कुछ, आप आइए लीजिए, जितना चाहिए उतना लीजिए. And Maharaj like, आओ आके खाओ, take this. And everybody was like, Maharaj आप खाओ. Like, no, तुम खाओ. Then Maharaj is giving them and they are eating and they're like, Maharaj, you have. Maharaj is like, no, you have. So the kind of compassion on his disciples, and not only his disciples, anybody, the way Maharaj wanted to show is something that cannot be understood. In Vaishnava Seva, at its top, how Maharaj would serve his God brothers. He's very attached to his God brothers. Very attached. Any of his God brothers, especially Prabhupada disciples, who marched along with Prabhupada after Prabhupada serving his God, Maharaj would not stop his level of service for them to make them comfortable, whether it is GBC meeting or whether it is any other festival, whatever it means, he has to make sure that they are taken care of. Right? You must have seen many videos of even recently when His Holiness Radharani Swami Maharaj went to see Gopal Krishna Maharaj, the video really went viral in our community. Right? He was trying to do Dandavad, and Maharaj was saying no. 3 times he was like, no. But Maharaj did Dandavad immediately. In that situation, he falls on the floor on his knees because he can't control. He just falls, then he gets up, and then he pushes himself back on the chair, just like he falls back. That is not like a comfortable falling back on a couch or anything. That's actually a situation that he can't hold and move like some of us may at this age. And Maharaj is known for one amazing thing, which even Radhesham Prabhu does. This is Mangalarti every day. Every single day, whichever part of the world it might be, if Gopal Krishna Maharaj is there in that place, 4:30, the altar will open and Maharaj will be there with the Aarti plate. There has never been a day, unless Maharaj is in a hospital. If he is in the temple, he has to open the Mangalarti curtain. Can anyone do that? Can anyone go to do that for a week? Forget about doing it for life. No. Once it so happened that Maharaj had almost a cardiac arrest recently, before this incident, and the doctors called Maharaj's disciples. He said, this person has to stop getting into the morning. He has to stop some services. He cannot work like this. If he does what he is doing, he will die. He will not. That was a direct doctor's instruction to his disciples. Right? Clear warning. He cannot do. Maharaj heard that. And everybody is calm going back to the temple. Then Maharaj goes to the temple, calls his disciples, and he begs his disciples. Mangalarti you allow. Everything else I'll stop. I'll follow whatever you tell. But Mangalarti you allow me. Just imagine, his disciples are. I mean, if I ask people, Prabhu, kal subah habits Mangalarti. Prabhu, kal nahi. Parson to pucho hi mat. Right? But here is a personality who is asking reverse that at least allow me to Mangalarti. At least. Uttana to karne do. How would you understand, personality? I mean, he's so attached to deities. He's so attached to deities because Prabhupada said deity worship is part of our process. And uncompromisingly is attached to it. Right? 4:30, I have seen personally. In Mayapur, I have seen 4 a.m. 4:30. 4:30. Curtain opens and Gopal Krishna Maharaj is standing with that. Not one lamp, the big Ganga Arati lamp. You know, like we have those right levels and levels, and even to lift them, it takes kind of energy. And Maharaj himself is so aged with so much service that he has done. He's holding that and doing it, and there is a disciple right behind him, ready to catch it as soon as Maharaj finishes it. And then Maharaj does the whole arati, not just that day, but the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And then he goes back to Delhi or goes back to any other country to continue the arati. Mangal Arati means Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj has to be there. There is no discussion about it. How much attachment and attraction and connection the person needs to have to do something like that. Right? It can't be done if you don't have it. If you don't have it, you don't have it. Can you find a fault in such personality? Prabhupada did not find any fault in him. That's why Prabhupada assigned the biggest of the duties. And Maharaj, another great quality is he would never live in anybody's house if that area has a temple. If that area has a temple, Maharaj will not live in a house. Because Maharaj says, how can I do the arati at 4 o'clock in the morning if I live in a house? Straight. Does anyone have an answer for that? You don't have an answer for that. So if Maharaj is in Mayapur, he is in the temple. He is not in any quarters. If Maharaj is in Hyderabad, he is in the temple. When Maharaj came, he didn't stay anywhere outside. And 4:30 in the morning, Maharaj is at the altar, holding the arati and doing arati of Madan Mohan. Right? Unbelievable. For how many years? Forever. We are not counting here and telling, oh, he is done. No, forever. And the same quality his disciples and his followers try to imbibe from him. And one of them is Radhesham Prabhu, who considers him a Siksha Guru in all respects. The Diksha Guru is Radha Swami Maharaj, but for many respects, Maharaj, first of all, Gopal Krishna Maharaj doesn't like his Vyas Puja. To make him agree that you will do a Vyas Puja for him is a big deal for his disciples. And then his Vyas Puja is finally arranged and Maharaj says, I will not allow you to do the Vyas Puja unless you call Radhesham Das. Why? Because so much connection both of them have. And can you imagine what Radhesham Prabhu is feeling today on this day? Right? It's a connection Prabhu. Right? So, and then Maharaj, another thing is that, so once Maharaj is in Brooklyn, in those days, Brooklyn temple was not nicely built or anything. It was like literally common dorms and common bathrooms and little altar. And in those days, Maharaj was GBC. He could have easily lived in any other hotel. He easily lived in any other apartment. He said, I'm living in this temple. And everybody told, no Maharaj, you cannot just live here because we don't have separate room and bathroom. We all use the same bathroom. It's a common toilet. And to attend Mangal Arati with a common toilet, you know what it means, right? It's not easy. And here is a sannyasi, and he's a GVC of how many countries? 40 countries. He's traveling around the world. Very busy personality. And he's saying, no, I will live in the temple because how can I do the Mangal Arati? If I don't live in the temple, same question, which nobody has an answer. And he lives in the temple for however long he lives in New York. And he uses the same common toilet, gets up in the morning, gets ready with everybody else, living in the common room, common toilet, and then he goes, propose, of course. Sannyasi means completely renounced, but you have a privileged situation given according to your age and position, but he always rejects it. Never ever, Maharaj takes any comfort. First comes 3 things: sadhana, sadachar, and seva. No compromise in this. Once Maharaj was walking in Mayapur along with his disciples, and suddenly one of the two, three disciples, they just jumped into another road. There is a parallel another road. So, and then they started saying, come like this, come like this. Then Maharaj asked, why are you going into that other road? He said, Maharaj, it's a shortcut. It's a shortcut. And immediately Maharaj looks at all of them. Yeah. Nice way, but very instructive is it. There is no shortcut in Bhakti. Maharaj, there is no shortcut in Bhakti. Don't try to find shortcut in Bhakti. And Maharaj further says, Bhakti itself is a shortcut. What are you trying to find a shortcut in shortcut? So you are going to a dham, you are going to a temple, we are walking there. Don't try to find shortcuts. Your consciousness is not to find shortcuts in ISKCON. Yeah, I will the shortcut. धीरे धीरे पहले स्टार्टिंग में क्या होता है वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः शॉर्टकट क्या है वांछा प्रभु वांछा I've seen at one point पता नहीं और क्या कौन से लेवल पे जाएगा ये Aishwarya I've seen a Vaishnava Aishwarya but great sannyasis they do that they will I have seen Maharaj doing it when Maharaj was coming when Maharaj came here to Hyderabad temple he had some issue going on at that time Maharaj came to address it as a bureau and when he was meeting so many people that were coming into Maharaj's room Maharaj was saying he is a sannyasi we are supposed to pay Dandavat and he is ready to go down when he sees a senior devotee or a senior Vaishnava other temple presidents were coming to discuss some matter. It was a literally heated up situation. Maharaj is completely. Now, can you imagine? The arguments and the situation went so bad on that day. I was there in the temple that day. Continuously, people were going into Maharaj's room and they were like putting their point forward. This is not right, Maharaj. This is not the fight. Actually, it was a fighting situation. Don't get into detail. You don't need to know. Maharaj was resolving it and he did not have his breakfast, he did not have his lunch and it was almost dinner time. And his servants were literally pleading, Prabhu, please stay outside his room. We need to serve him. And Maharaj is like, no, ask him to come in. Whatever they have, let them talk to me. Let them talk to me. Just accommodating, even knowing that is nuisance. They're only trying to find faults, or they're only seeing faults, or there is some other truth to it. Completely extending himself. They explained even the recent stroke when Maharaj got, he still had the bureau meeting in the hospital. Even in this situation, a day before he left his body. Would anyone do that, when you are in such a bad health? No, because he thinks he has to make sure that Vaishnavas are able to work with each other. Whatever differences are coming, I will try to resolve it. Right? Can you imagine what loss ISKCON has had today? It's a loss that cannot be filled of a great person who was ready to hear and solve any problem of anyone. Right? Big loss. And even in this big schedule of whatever number of meetings, Maharaj has his own deities. Right? And he does his own deity service. Just imagine, he's going for Mangala Arati, and every day's affair, Prabhus, Maharaj has Gaurnika deities, he has Narsingdev deity, and he has Prabhupada deity. You have seen Maharaj is doing Abhishek of Prabhupada. Right? And he has Shaligram Shilas. And every day he would do Abhishek for them and dress them and pray for them and do everything for 2 hours. Every single day. Deity worship for 2 hours. After his Mangalarati. And while he is doing, one of his disciples has to sit beside him and read Prabhupada purports while he is doing it. Because Maharaj wants to make sure that every day I am reading Prabhupada's purports. How many of us read Prabhupada's purport in the last 1 week? Right? very important. It's very important. Guru is known when you read of what he has given. Very important. I am telling this to myself. By repeating these qualities of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, we are going to get some of those qualities, at least little bit, by repeating these qualities. So, Maharaj has opened many temples. 16 temples in Delhi itself. 16. And not like Chota Mota temples. Massive. Huge temples. Huge temples. And Maharaj's drive for book distribution is uncompromising. During the COVID time, when COVID started, all his disciples arranged for a call, and Maharaj joined the Zoom call. And the discussion was about how do we do Janmashtami. This COVID started somewhere in March, April. The first big festival that is coming is Janmashtami, somewhere in July, August. So, Maharaj, how do we do Janmashtami? What do you think we should do? And Maharaj is saying, Janmashtami is okay, but what about book distribution? Maharaj is like totally focused. And when the marathon comes, he would personally go to each and every temple, including Pune temple. Maharaj goes every year. And he would give a seminar on book distribution. Once, Maharaj was admitted in a hospital in Kerala for his not good health situation. He had to be pulled, just imagine, to pull a devotee for his own health is not that easy when he's so focused on service. Right? And then Maharaj is put in this hospital, and Maharaj and his disciple is there, only few of them are there, not everybody is allowed. And after the treatment in the morning, Maharaj tells his disciple, go and do some book distribution. The disciple is like, Maharaj, we are here for your treatment. I am supposed to be around here to take care of. No, every day. A day should not go without book distribution. Take some books and go. So the disciple would go outside that Kerala Ayurvedic center, right? And he will try to distribute books, and he has to come back and tell the score. Now he can't hide the books anywhere. So he would come back, Maharaj, actually nobody took. Maharaj in that situation takes that books and you come with me, I'll show you how to do. And he goes on the road for book distribution. During his treatment time in Kerala, can you imagine his focus on book distribution? Uncompromising, there is no thought. Because Prabhupada said, distribute my books. And that thought continues in him forever. And even in the Janmashtami call, Prabhupada is talking about, Maharaj is talking about when and how. You tell me, how you do book distribution? And the highest book distribution ever in the last, I don't know how many years, is always the Delhi temple. It's always the Delhi temple. There is a competition between Delhi and Mayapur. Both the cities are fighting. And the top three temples in large temples are the three temples in Delhi. They are the highest in book distribution. Right? And Maharaj is not compromising on that. And just imagine today how those all temples would be feeling without Maharaj. It's not possible for us to imagine. Because he is the one who brought everything there. India, when he took over as GBC, did not have any Indians in Krishna consciousness. What to speak of temples? Right? And he opened so many temples. So many temples. And the particular, importance that he would give on reading proper purpose. So one night Maharaj was reading and the dog was barking outside. Continuous barking. And Maharaj wants to focus. 10:30 in the night was because he had so many meetings. He has to, that's a result, what do you say? It's a resolve that I will read Prabhupada purport for this much time in a day. He finishes all his meetings, 10:30 he should supposed to sleep. Why is he supposed to sleep at 10:30? That will not stop, right? Mangalarati is still there. You have to get up at 2:30, take bath, get ready, go to the DT room, Aarti Thali will be ready. Make sure you are few minutes before the 4:30 curtain opens. So there is no compromise on that. So 10:30 Maharaj is reading the purports and the dog is barking, and Maharaj tells his disciple, just drive away the dog. And the disciple says, immediately runs, because Maharaj is reading and disturbing. And then he goes a little further and immediately Maharaj calls the disciple, no, come back. Yes, Maharaj, don't drive it away, just calm it down. Why Maharaj? If this night, if I drive the dog away, where will it go? Let him be there. Just make sure that he is not barking so loud. So I can continue my reading. The disciple is like, what kind of person is he? How is he thinking? In book distribution, one of the disciples, senior disciple, he was above 50, something like that. He did some embezzlement of money. Meaning, he took that cash. Embezzlement is a commerce word. Sorry about that. He took the money. Let's hear you know what it is. So there was this, he was distributing books, and when the cash was coming, he was putting it inside his pocket, and he was caught. And there was a doubt on him, but for the CCTV they caught that he's actually getting the money in his pocket. And the temple president found it out. Mil gaya banda kaun hai? Because money was coming less, right? More books are going, less money is coming. And huge difference is there between sale and proceeds. And they were trying to figure out where is the money going. And the temple president must have felt like James Bond, I cracked it. So pakdo. And went in front of Maharaj. Maharaj, we found it, Maharaj. We were distributing those books, but we are not getting the money. Here is the proof. See the video. And Maharaj looks at the video, and temple president is like, done. It was not a small investigation. In a temple, what can you do to find out this thing? It's not easy. After so many days of tapasya, they found out where is that money going. So there was a sense of big achievement, and this person goes in front of Maharaj, and Maharaj looks at him. And he says, Maharaj, close to 250,000 rupees has gone in the recent times. And I asked him, he has all that money with him. And Maharaj looks at him and says, why did you take that money? You should have, what was the need? Maharaj, my wife's health is not good. And doctor told some procedure has to be done. I don't know what else to do. In this department, I don't make as much that the procedure can be done. And I didn't know why. Sorry, Maharaj, Maharaj, where is that money? The money, Maharaj, everything is a bank account. You return all that money. If you were needing money, you should have spoken to me. Why did you take the money like that? You could have discussed with me. Temple president, come here. You shift him from this department and increase his salary so that he can make sure procedure happens. Temple president, क्या हो रहा है यहाँ? I brought him to be punished. And what happened? He got shifted into another department with salary increase. And he said he'll return that money. Right? And all the people in the temple are amazed. What is going on here? He's supposed to be punished, but Maharaj is trying to revive, not to remove. There is no question of removing devotee. Because Prabhupada once quoted about Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj's statement on what it takes to make a devotee. And Maharaj would never forget that. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj told, to make one person chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, it takes 200 gallons of blood of a creature. To make one person chant Hare Krishna. And how dare we say anything or do anything that he leaves Krishna consciousness? There is no question, there is no discussion on that. Right? It's unbelievable. So there are many things. When it comes to seva, sadachar, there is no compromise. And especially sadhana. Prabhuji, the natural love for Krishna comes only when we are good at our sadhana. And even today, after his disappearance, somebody sent a quote where Maharaj is saying, don't give him medicine. The real medicine is when you all chant Hare Krishna mantra properly. That is my medicine. And he's telling his disciples clearly, and how much more emphasis can he give on that? How much more emphasis, right? Sorry. And another quality that Maharaj is that he doesn't like to be glorified. You can't go and talk in front of him about him. You might see that big Vyaspuja, but I don't know how much he allowed anybody to speak. Right? He came to Hyderabad, and this incident happened in Hyderabad when Maharaj was giving the class. And as soon as Maharaj finished the class, one Telugu devotee took the mic. And he started glorifying Maharaj in Telugu. Maharaj doesn't know Telugu. So Maharaj is a Vyasa, and this devotee there is some senior devotee. Maharaj knows that devotee. And he started telling, in Telugu about Maharaj. Oh, Gopal Krishna Maharaj is here, in Telugu. He is going on telling. And immediately Radhesham Prabhu is sitting there. He looks at Maharaj, he looks at that devotee, and he calls Pranavananda Prabhu. Pranavananda Prabhu was there at that time. Please come here. And this Pranavananda Prabhu, you go to Maharaj and translate what he is telling. And Pranavananda Prabhu was telling about this passage. He went to Maharaj and said, Maharaj, so he told now, what are you trying to do? So Maharaj, I am trying to explain. Radhesham Prabhu told me that I should tell you what he is telling about you. I don't want to hear what he is telling about you. No, I don't want to hear. Go. And he goes there and Radhesham Prabhu, why are you coming back? Go tell Maharaj, he needs to understand what he is telling. And he goes back to Maharaj. Maharaj says, no, I don't want to hear what he is telling. I don't even want to understand what he is telling. Then Pranav Prabhu is looking at both of them. Give me a piece of milk. You are asking me to tell, he doesn't want to listen. Right? And then Maharaj, right at the fine opportunity, after he gets that mic back, he takes that mic and starts glorifying that devotee. Right? So telling whatever he has done for the temple and whatever he is, little things to glorify. Prabhupada's last instruction was cooperate. Maharaj lived his life making sure ISKCON, everybody cooperates. Bureau, though it sounds like a very heavy word of some investigation, right? Central Bureau of Investigation, it's not like that. His role in Bureau was to make sure that brothers are talking to each other, making sure that the real essence of why what any devotee is doing is understood. Just not concluding on the act, but counting on the intentions. And giving equal opportunity and ample opportunity for somebody to continue in Krishna consciousness. Somebody asked Maharaj, Maharaj, what is the secret of your devotion? Of your success in your service? For whatever you have done, what is the secret? And Maharaj said only two things. My secret is only two things. No compromise on sadhana and no finding faults in devotees. No compromise in sadhana and no finding faults in devotees. No Vaishnava aparadha. No Vaishnava aparadha. There is no discussion or opportunity for Vaishnava aparadha. Gopal Krishna Maharaj's dealings till today, since they started in Montreal, never ever. And an incident can clearly signify this aspect of Maharaj is that when Prabhupada was there on this planet, Prabhupada was there in a different country, and one of Prabhupada's disciples came to the temple and slapped Maharaj. Literally slapped him. And there was no reaction from Maharaj. He just didn't react. Is it possible, Prabhu? When I heard about this, even to hear slapping, the word slap against a pure devotee, so inconceivable to hear. was slapped in front of, I don't know, whatever the incident is. He slapped him and Maharaj didn't react. He just kept quiet. And temple president, everybody were amazed. This news went to Prabhupada. And there is a letter Prabhupada wrote back. And I'll exactly want to tell you the words. I wrote it down. Let me just read the exact word. Prabhupada writes back to Maharaj. I'm sorry, so many points. He basically said that this tolerance that you are showing will make you please Krishna. Gopal said that. Just imagine, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Shiva Gopal, the moment he heard this tolerance that you are showing will make you please Krishna. Yes, now I remember. He said, with this kind of tolerance, on the disappearance day of Gopal Krishna Maharaj, and I'm very happy to repeat what Prabhupada told. The second line after that, Prabhupada said, with this kind of tolerance, you have the same quality of a gopi when she serves Krishna in Braj. You know, when Krishna does all those tantrums of suddenly disappearing and the gopis are so much in anxiety and tolerating Krishna also, loving Krishna, Prabhupada said, you are prepared for that with this kind of tolerance. Gopal Krishna Maharaj ki Jai. Such a great soul for us. Today is such an unfortunate day that we lost the association of such a soul from this planet. And there is no end to it. There is no end to it. There are many. I was hearing, I was writing some notes. It was all cribbling when I was reading. I heard from Lilananda Prabhu who spoke about. He served many sannyasis, so he made a series. You can hear that. If you go to Lilananda Prabhu's channel, there is glorification of different sannyasis, right? So he did that as an assignment, going sannyasi to sannyasi. And you can hear about Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, you can hear about Gachibowli Swami Maharaj, you can hear about Bhakti Maharaj, so many. Whomever he got in that touch with. And there are so many other things his disciples also speak about him, right? And there is no end to the incidents. There is no end to the incidents. So all we can say, pros and Mataji, is it's a dark day for this material world when a pure Vaishnava leaves. And I remember this verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. I'd like to, I don't remember the verse by heart, but it's from 4th canto in the discussion of Ritu Maharaj. And I'm sure you have heard about this verse. Yeah. 4:22, 47. Yeah, this is a sannyasi serving on his last moments, right?
Karma. Karma hate. Karma hate. We get a different nature and we engage in basis of sensibility related to and then that karma is that they opalanti hetu. Yeah. And according to the association of different nature, who gets a body, Karana Brahmanasya, Sadhasat Janmani. Therefore, we should always see dead on life will be kept.
Hare Krishna. You can watch the rest of the video in the internet. This is one of the famous, most needed video that we should watch once in a while of what we have received from Krishna, what Prabhupada gave us. At this stage, you want to save your breath. Your focus is on your breathing because you cannot breathe enough. And Prabhupada is breathing, so his breathing is enough to answer and continue the translation and purpose on the bed on which he left his body maybe after a few days. How can you thank such a personality? How can you thank a pure devotee of the Lord who has given this to you? And how can you keep those books in your house without reading, which he has translated and written purports? Breathing the last breaths. And see what he's telling there? I just wanted everyone to hear that. I hear that. Sometimes I hear Prabhupada, I'm not like a great devotee or anything. Sometimes in low times, I hear this one sentence: be in devotee association. Be in devotee association. We have no chance of going back to Krishna if we are not in devotee association. We have no chance of meeting these great personalities like His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj unless we are in devotee association. When a pure devotee like Indra Swami Maharaj comes to this place, some people don't come. What can be more important than going and seeing a pure devotee and taking that association? Because समझ में नहीं आता है. I also have done. I also have mine. Please, I'm using the word I here, I'm getting a little personal, but how else can we told? Can you be told that what is important in life, Baba? और किस तरह से बोलने का? How will you understand? And how can anyone make you understand? Here is an Acharya leaving his body. In those last words, is telling us again and again, don't leave devotee association. And what does it mean to leave devotee association? Not being sincere in our devotional service. It's just not about physically leaving. Right? Taking chances in devotion. After doing so much, when Acharya sees people leaving devotion, you know how much pain they'll feel? Prabhu, especially devotees who are initiated. I'm also initiated. Don't do that. Your guru's health, his investment is completely on us. Initiation is not a rubber stamp process in ISKCON. It is not. And it should not be treated so. The least the Guru expects is stay in association. No matter what. And if anybody is aspiring also, there is no difference between initiated and aspiring. If you have gone in front of your Guru or through your Shiksha Guru, the message has gone that you are aspiring and he has accepted whether initiation has happened or not, you are actually initiated. You are actually initiated. There is no difference. Fire yajna has to happen. The Mukoti Devatas have to know that it has happened. But for Krishna, it has already happened. Krishna is not depending that did you light the fire and given him a name. No, nahi hai. And the only expectation our gurus are expecting from us is stay in association. Take spiritual life seriously. Right? And these are the last words of every guru. Unless they are so important, why would they say that? Right? Stay in association. Lado, pito, lekin raho. Beat yourself if you have to. If that is what you are good at. But stay. If you leave, what is the hope, Baba? Tell me. If you leave, what is the hope? How can Acharya save you? How can any devotee save you? Recently I was hearing the lecture of Narari Prabhu that he spoke. He was saying the same thing again and again. కొట్టుకోండి సావండి కానీ పోకండి ముక్కు అలా కొట్టుకోండి కానీ ఉండండి. Right? It's important. It's not, Prabhu, how else can be told? बताओ कैसे बताने का? Prabhu, real gratitude to Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj or any Maharaj that you are aspiring from or any Maharaj you are initiated from is stay in association. That's all they care. That's all they care. Stay in association. Bhakti Maharaj was here. While he was going, he showed Prabhu. He was telling some, Prabhu, make sure that you are in touch with them. Make sure you're in touch with them. He gave me some service for going. I could see the love in his eyes for them. How else can these people be saved if they are not in association? मेरा 16 वाला मैं कर रहा हूँ प्रभु, मेरा सर्विस में कर रहा हूँ. I'm doing my service. प्रभु Zoom में सुन रहा हूँ मैं Zoom में सुन रहा हूँ. मरने के बाद Zoom planet में जाओगे. It's a separate planet we created called Zoom planet. एक ग्रह है Zoom ग्रह. वहीं जाके मरोगे. जिंदगी भर म्यूट अनम्यूट म्यूट अनम्यूट मूवी नहीं रहेगा. Why are we asking for stupid Zoom association? COVID गया, Zoom छोड़ के गया. Dwarkadish Prabhu's wife, what is her name? Vishaka Mataji was telling me, Prabhu, जो Zoom ने किया किसी ने नहीं किया. क्या किया? आता ही नहीं कोई. इनको अनजूम कैसे करे? कैसे करे? पागल है लोग. Out of compassion, she was like, one day she was talking to me, and that was not a funny talk. She was actually in pain and agony there. Oh, this is the situation today. I'll attend online. तो ऑनलाइन में क्या कर रहा है किसको मालूम है? एक तो वीडियो ऑफ, दूसरा साउंड ऑफ, राइट? तीसरा माइंड ऑफ. थोड़ी देर का आइज ऑफ. One person, he was attending the meeting in Zoom, his office meeting, not devotional meeting, thankfully. Right? After some time, I'm speaking and he is somehow unmuted. I don't know how he got him. He was literally snoring. He was literally snoring. सो रहा था वो. फुल फ्लेड्ज सो रहा था. मैं पूरा रिपोर्ट बनाया उसके लिए. वो सो रहा है. मेरा रिपोर्ट इतना पावरफुल है. सुला दिया उसको. But then, what is that Zoom? Why do you want to die in that Zoom planet? नहीं जाना रे बाबा. When there is a physical association, come here. Right? Krishna is giving an opportunity. No, I don't want to go. No, I don't want to come. He will put you in a situation next life where you want to go also, you cannot go. What did you unmute? What did you mute? Next life में नहीं कहते ना उसने लगा मात्रा होगा तो म्यूटेशन वाला नहीं कहते ना ना. He doesn't need to see me. आंख भी नहीं रहेगी. कर्मा हर चीज का कैलकुलेशन लेता है बट. Your guru is on call and you are going around, कभी-कभी लोग unmute करते क्या सुनने को मिलता है वो. Sometimes if you don't unmute, because it's such depressing for the person who is giving a lecture especially. Right? You are one. I don't want to tell that. I was giving this lecture I don't know if that person is here. I don't want to look at him. It got unmuted. He was in a theater. I could hear a song. It got unmuted. Why did you have to attend the meeting? नहीं सुनता अच्छा होता यार तो वो मेरे को सॉन्ग सुनाई दे. I also follow some songs. I know that movie also. Why are you in that movie theater? It is a theater, not a house sound. It is surround sound. And I have to immediately mute him because everybody else will listen what's going on. Right? क्यों कर रहे हो ये सब कुछ? ने प्रभु अटेंड किया ना? किया ना अटेंड? I'm there. You are there, but you are not there. You are there, but you will not be there. You will not be there in Goloka if you are. This is our behavior. मेरे को नहीं करना physical association. मेरे को नहीं जाना किसी के साथ. मेरे को किसी सत्संग में. Only when chief guests come and appear. वो एक और brand है. Only when sannyasis come they appear. You know what? Sannyasis are not fools. Senior devotees are not fools. Every time after the meeting, Rajesham Prabhu asked me many times. Gaurang Prabhu once asked in one of the ones. ये सभी लोग हमेशा आते क्या? All these people are coming all the time. And one smile is enough. Prabhuji, Amar Mancha, sorry. All pure devotees will come if I call Gopal Prabhu here. पूरा कॉलोनी हैदराबाद का आ जाएगा यहाँ से. Everybody will come to take a selfie. Devotion चाहिए? नहीं चाहिए. Gopal Prabhu चाहिए? चाहिए. चाहिए. किसके लिए चाहिए? Gopal Prabhu को सुनना है ना? जाओ ISKCON डिजाइनर में सुनो बहुत भागवतम लेक्चर. नहीं उधर जूम नहीं चाहिए. उधर ऑनलाइन नहीं चाहिए. उधर फिजिकल एसोसिएशन चाहिए. राइट? अमोघ लीला प्रभु किसके लिए फेमस है? जोक मारता है. बहुत जोक्स बोलते हैं. We have reduced devotees to that level. Prabhu, devotion is such a serious affair. Sannyasis are leaving their body, telling us the importance of association. And what am I searching in their association? Prabhu, ये मारते हुए पूरा ये टॉपिक. पूरा ये टॉपिक. We'll solve something. Right? After some time, we'll also tell that to senior devotee also. Some people told Prabhupada, how many times should tell you are not this body? Prabhupada had to tell back that I'm telling it because you're not understanding that you're not this body. How many times? I will keep telling. I'll keep telling you. Prabhupada continue to tell that. पहले वो कोश से तो बाहर निकलो ना. हाँ प्रभु आई एम ऑलरेडी ओवर अन्नमय कोश. अभी मालूम चलेगा 2-3-5-10 मिनट में कौन कौन अन्नमय कोश के ऊपर गया है. हाँ मेरे को आनंदमय कोश के बारे में बात करना है. आनंदमय कोश. हाँ आनंदमय से पहले क्या था? विज्ञानमय कोश. उससे पहले क्या था? ज्ञानमय कोश. उसके नीचे क्या? प्राणमय कोश. सबसे नीचे क्या? अन्नमय कोश. Right? आज क्या बना प्रश्न? Important question, right? Most important question, right? Does anybody has any questions? प्रभु जी प्रसाद में क्या बना? कितना बजे प्रसाद? किधर सर्व होता? अभी तो टेरिस भी गया. किधर है? कितना? अरे कृष्णा. Some people only come at prasad time. I should not tell that, you know. गुड़ के पास मक्खी भी आते हैं ना. प्रसाद कब है बताओ. But devotees, you know what they think? कम से कम इस कारण से तो आया है. At least he has come for that reason. Someday he will make progress in devotion life. So Prabhus and Madhajis, the devotees who have come here to take us back to Krishna, who have spent their entire life with patience and tolerance cooperating with us, cooperating with many. How can they be thanked? And there is this beautiful shloka from Srimad Bhagavatam. यैरिदृशी भगवतो गतिरात्मवादा एकांततो निगमभिः प्रतिपादितानां तुष्यन्ति अदप्र करुणा स्वकृतेन नित्यं को नाम तत् प्रतिकरोति विनोदपात्रम् How can close all your eyes? Close all your eyes. Just hear this attentively. Sometimes when you see, you don't hear. How can such persons who have rendered unlimited service by explaining the path of self-realization in relation to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and whose explanations are given for our enlightenment with complete conviction and Vedic evidence, how can such great Vaishnavas be repaid except by folded hands? Except by folded hands containing water for their satisfaction. That's all you can do. Such great personalities can be satisfied only by their own activities, which are distributed among human society out of their unlimited mercy. We cannot repay Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. We cannot repay any other Maharaj who is right now serving on this planet. Not by a donation, not by an action. They are sacrificing their life to lit the lamp of devotion in dead bodies. All we can do, take Achman and fold our hands. Thank you very much. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Thank you very much. Now I request everyone to off all the lights and just leave the light in the altar. If you don't mind, can you please help? We'll sing Jayanilo Premadhana. This prayer by Lilananda Das Thakur. This is a prayer of separation from Guru. Yeah. He who brought the treasure of divine love and who was filled with compassion and mercy, where has such a personality as Advaita Acharya gone? Where are my Swarup, Damodara and Rupa Goswami? Where is Sanatana? Where is Raghunatha Dasa, the savior of the fallen? Where are my Raghunatha Bhatta and Gopala Bhatta? Where is Krishna Das Kaviraja? Where did Lord Gauranga, the great dancer, suddenly go? I will smash my head against the rock and enter into fire. Where will I find Lord Gauranga, the reservoir of all wonderful qualities? Being unable to obtain the association of Lord Gauranga, accompanied by all of these devotees in whose association he performed his pastimes, Narottam Dasa simply weeps. So, Prabhu, this is a song which explains the mood of a Vaishnava in separation of a Vaishnava. And the Vaishnavas are still among us. We are so fortunate that we have been introduced to society where there are Vaishnavas. The person sitting beside you is a Vaishnava right now. Let's remember that. And let's carry that mood and gratefulness for each other for being there. And sing this in separation of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj, and a prayer that His disciples will find peace in this world, and they will give us an opportunity to serve them. But before singing this, I don't want to forget Radhesham Prabhu had sent his offering. I'll read that, right? So after I sing this, when I start the Hare Krishna Bhajan, I request four of you, 2 Prabhujis, 2 Matatis, to come, take the, do the Achman. One person can take the service of giving Achman, take the flower petals, leave them on His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, and then you can go a little far and do Dandavat on the back. Because when you do Dandavat here, it becomes more time for everyone to finish their offering. Right? So I'll first read the offering of Prabhuji that he sent. I copied it on a Word document. He wrote this today, practically. Dear Param Puja Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, you are Srila Prabhupada. From the day one you met him during your McGill University days, kept blossoming more and more and manifested hundreds and thousands of devotees by your vigorous and focused preaching and dozens of ISKCON temples and distribution of millions of Srila Prabhupada books. You connected so many big leaders to society to ISKCON and made them glorify Srila Prabhupada. Narendra Modi has sent this tweet. You've seen it?
Yes.
Yeah. You are a silent and humble miracles maker. You are a silent and humble miracles maker. Your patience, compassion, missionary vigor, mature smile, strong determination to make Srila Prabhupada popular and make Krishna the center in the lives of all the people who came in your association, and many, many more qualities are flooding our hearts now. We miss you. We miss your fatherly, gentle touch in every decision we made in ISKCON. And I will miss your solitary, deeply encouraging words that I got to hear from you every time during your Pune visits. All I can do is to again and again absorb my thoughts in all that I learned from your divine instructions and please you by walking in the path laid by you to make Srila Prabhupada's mission more and more successful. While you are blissfully smiling and ascending to Supreme Lord's abode, we are all weeping in your separation, having missed your Vapu association. Please bless us, Maharaj, that we will survive in your Vani faithfully and continue to please your heart. Hare Krishna, your insignificant servant, Radhesham Das. Hare Krishna. Janilo prema dhana karuna rajo Janilo prema dhana Karuna Prabhu Janilo prema मेरा आचार्य तेरा प्रभु को था मेरा आचार्य कहा मोर स्वरूप कहा सनक कहा मोर स्वरूप कहा सनक सदु नाथा पतिता नाथा पतिता मोर भक्ता जुग Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj disappearance day ki His Divine Grace Bhakti Swami Srila Prabhupada Devam Vishnupada Param Sapravid Acharya Shtotra Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai Devam Vishnupada Param Sapravid Acharya Shtotra Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Srila Prabhupada ki jai Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki jai Ananta Koti Vaishnavand ki jai प्रेम से बोलो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय ओम श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय पुण्य क्षेत्र वृंदावन धाम की जय गंगे माई की जय भक्ति देवी की जय कलियुग पावन तुलसी महारानी की जय परिणाम संकीर्तन के लिए, ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के लिए, ट्रांसेंडेंटल प्रसादम डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के लिए, निताय गौर हरि प्रेमानंद। All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta koti Vaishnava vrinda ki jai. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki jai. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj ki jai. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj ki jai. Now, as promised in the beginning, many of you did not come. We all will sit now and chant one round of Hare Krishna mantra with full sincerity and love and gratitude to Maharaj. And right after this, we will start slow kirtan. And in the meantime, few devotees who first come into the Pushpanjali can go and bring the prasad down and take care of the prasad duties. Please take your chanting beats. Everybody here? It will take roughly 8 to 10 minutes. But let this round be filled with gratitude for Maharaj for what he has done for us. Everywhere where we go in the world, in 40 countries, without Maharaj's efforts, we would not have got what we have received today. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Gopal Krishna Goswami Namne. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namne. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prachari Vishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
There are more than 108 in the room. Let's chant one more 108 mantras for Maharaj. If we all chant once, it is 108 mantras. Right? So let's chant lifting our hands.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Once more.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare.
So quick announcements, Prabhuji. Looks like this will never end. Going on adding things. But there is Ayodhya Yatra.